Welcome to lecture 28 of NFTL, that is reflection in transmission line. In a transmission line, at any point along its length, it is connected to an impedance that has a value different from ZO, the characteristic impedance. And apart from wave traveling down the line, it will be reflected back from the point of interconnection. This phenomenon is known as reflection in transmission lines. If a line is uniform along its entire length and it is terminated by an impedance ZR, reflection will occur at distant end. The reflection will be maximum when line is open circuited, that is ZR is infinity, or short circuited, ZR is equal to 0. And it will be 0 when ZR is equal to ZO, reflection coefficient of transmission line. If there is an impedance mismatch between the network, there is reflection in the transmission line. The ratio of amplitudes of reflected voltage VR to the incident voltage VI at the receiving end of transmission line is known as reflection coefficient. It is denoted by K, where K is equal to amplitude of VR by VI, or K is equal to minus IR by II. K is also equal to ZO minus ZR divided by ZO plus ZR. ZO is characteristic impedance and ZR is the load impedance. Now let us see the concept of standing wave. Whenever the reflection takes place in a transmission line, at some point the incident and reflected components of the signal are in phase. Then both the components add together. At the other end, two components may oppose each other. Then both the components subtract from each other. The resultant graphic profile of incident and reflected wave is called standing wave. The point where the resultant signal is maximum are known as voltage or current maxima. Similarly, the point where the resultant signal is minimum are known as voltage or current minima. Now we can see the standing wave in transmission line is like this. So this is the amplitude, and here this side is the, we can see for voltage and the current. So this is load short circuit. When load is short circuit, this length is lambda by 4 and this length is lambda by 2. When reflection is set up along the line due to termination with open circuit or short circuit, then one set of signal V and I traveling towards the load and the reflected set traveling back to the sending end. Then that time they set up interference pattern known as standing wave as shown above. So this is the interference pattern, or that is called standing wave. Now the point where resultant signal is maximum is known as voltage or current maxima, or the point where the resultant signal is minimum is known as voltage or current minima. Mathematically represented by Vmax is equal to Vi plus VR. Imax is equal to II amplitude plus IR amplitude. And V minimum is equal to Vi minus VR, and I minimum is equal to II minus IR. VSWR, or voltage standing wave ratio. It is defined as the ratio of magnitude of maximum voltage to the magnitude of minimum voltage is called voltage standing wave ratio, maximum to minimum. So it is represented by S, capital S. Mathematically, VSWR is equal to S, which is equal to Vmax divided by Vmin amplitude. So in high frequency standing wave problem is very common. It is always greater than 1. It is equal to 1 when the line is correctly terminated and there is no reflection. So for reflection, the value of S is greater than 1, and when there is no reflection, then it is equal to 1. CSWR, current standing wave ratio. It is defined as the ratio of the magnitude of maximum current to the magnitude of minimum current is called current standing wave ratio. It is also represented by S. So CSWR is equal to S, which is equal to magnitude of I max to the magnitude of I minimum. Now let us see the relation between VSWR and voltage reflection coefficient K. Vmax magnitude is equal to Vi magnitude plus Vr magnitude. So V minimum is equal to Vi magnitude minus magnitude of Vr. So VSWR is equal to S Vmax upon Vmin amplitude of both. So VSWR is equal to S is equal to magnitude of Vi plus Vr upon magnitude of Vi minus magnitude of Vr. This is equal to Vi magnitude into bracket 1 plus magnitude of Vr upon Vi magnitude bracket close divided by Vi into bracket 1 minus Vr magnitude divided by Vi magnitude bracket close. Vi get cancelled. So S is equal to 1 plus Vr upon Vi upon 1 minus Vr upon Vi. So S is equal to 1 plus K. So this is equal to K. 1 plus K divided by 1 minus K, where amplitude of K is equal to amplitude of magnitude of Vr upon Vi. So 1 plus K is equal to S into 1 minus K. 1 plus K magnitude of K is equal to S minus S into magnitude of K. S minus 1 is equal to magnitude of K plus S into magnitude of K. S minus 1 is equal to K into 1 plus S. So K is equal to magnitude of K is equal to S minus 1 upon S plus 1. So this is the relation between VSWR and K. So that is all for today. Keep sharing my lecture with your friends and subscribe my channel.